Hello, David Thornton here. Today I want to show you how to make chocolate soufflés. They are so delicious. Okay, I've got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. So let me go over the ingredients with you. All right, I've got a half a cup of sugar. It's going to take 4 eggs. We're going to use 4 egg whites, and then we're just going to use 3 of the egg yolks. But we're going to whisk the 4 egg whites and the half a cup of sugar over here in the mixer in a minute. Now we've got 1 cup of bittersweet chocolate chips. We've got 2 tablespoons more of sugar and the 3 egg yolks. And that's for the batter, okay? While they're cooking, right before they come out, we're gonna make a chocolate sauce to go on top. Now the batter is also going to have a 1/4 cup of Grand Marnier in it. And the sauce will consist of a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, a 1/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and then I've got some confection sugar in the sifter to just go on top. Now you can make this with all semi-sweet chocolate chips if that's all you got. Today I'm going to use the bittersweet chocolate chips for the batter, and then the semi-sweet chocolate chips for the chocolate sauce. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is get these egg whites going. We're just going to whisk them till they're nice and fluffy. About halfway through, we'll put the half a cup of sugar in. All right, while that's whipping up, I'm going to stick the chocolate in the microwave, and just a little bit at a time. As this melts towards the end, we want to still have some chunks in it. You want it to melt the chunks, and that's how you temper the chocolate properly. You don't want to melt it all till it's all runny. You want to melt it, have some chunks in it, and then have the chunks kind of melt into it as it finishes up. All right, the egg whites are looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put this half a cup of sugar in there. Getting pretty stiff. I just put the bittersweet chocolate chips in for 30 seconds and we'll see how it looks. They're getting warm, barely starting to melt. Go another 30 seconds. Egg whites are getting stiff, just a little bit longer. All right, the chocolate's starting to melt, starting to look real good. I said you don't want to do this too fast. Give it just a little bit longer. Egg whites are looking great. Egg whites are looking nice and firm. All right. Chocolate's starting to melt really good. I don't know if you can see, but we still got a lot of lumps in there from the chips. That's perfect. We want to let that just kind of sit and finish melting on its own. And if you'll do it this way, you'll not make the cocoa and the butter and the chocolate separate. All right, while that's finishing up melting right there, we've also got 1 tablespoon of butter. Now I'm just going to take the butter and smear it all in these ramekin dishes. And instead of flouring, greasing and flouring the ramekin dishes, we're going to butter and sugar them. Just smear the butter all in there. There. Chocolate's looking really good. All right, we got the butter in the ramekin dishes. I got a little extra sugar here. We're just going to pour some sugar in here and coat the inside of these ramekin dishes. All right, we got a nice coating of sugar on those. Have those ready. All right, now let's see how this chocolate's looking. Still got just a few lumps in it, but looking really good. All right, once we get the chocolate good and smooth, and it is, we're going to take a 1/4 cup of Grand Marnier. I'm going to put this in there first to kind of help cool the chocolate down before we put the eggs in. All right, just mix that together. And let's go ahead and put the egg yolks in, 3 egg yolks. Mix that all together. And then we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of additional sugar. All right, once this is all just mixed together pretty well, we're just going to put this in here with the egg whites. All right, now we're just going to fold this all together. Chocolate and the egg whites. Just fold it, just keep folding it together. All right, looking really good. All right, now we're just gonna fill these ramekin dishes up almost to the top. Depending on how fluffy your eggs are, you might have enough for extra ramekin dish. All right, I got a little extra in there. I'm gonna grab one more dish out of here. Smear a little butter. A little sugar in there. All right, fantastic. All right, now you want to kind of smooth the top of these out. Yeah, just smooth the top out a little bit. All right, we're going to put these in the oven. I've got it preheated already at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, I had the timer on for 25 minutes, but we're going to take a look at them now at 20 minutes. And they are looking just right. So we're going to cancel all that. Now, as you can see, they puffed up really good. That's what you want. All right, we're going to let them sit right there. All right. Now, while they sit there and chill out for a minute, we're going to make the chocolate sauce. We'll put this on kind of medium-high heat. And we're going to put in the half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And we want to put this chocolate in there and bring this to a boil and just keep stirring. It's okay for it to come to a heavy boil though. As it gets towards the end, we're going to put a couple of teaspoons of Grand Marnier. I got this on 7. I can already feel the chocolate melting, but we want to go ahead and bring this cream to a boil and let it reduce just a little bit while it's melting the chocolate. Just keep stirring and you'll be fine. I can see the chocolate coming apart. I got my heat on 7. It's getting good and dark. It's looking really good. Once the chocolate gets where you don't have to worry about it sticking to the bottom, you can kind of let it go a little bit. We're going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of Grand Marnier. All right, we got a good heavy boil. And you can see it bubbling up and just kind of getting thick. Just keep stirring. I'm going to let it boil for just a little bit so it'll reduce just a little bit. All right, everything's incorporated really good. It's good and dark. We're going to turn it off. We're just going to let this cool for a few minutes. I don't know if you can see that, but this chocolate sauce is good and dark. All right, we're going to set this here and let it cool for about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back with you after this cools down a little bit. All right, I let everything just chill out for about 5 minutes, just kind of cool down a little bit. Let the chocolate sauce get just a little bit thicker because it cooled down. And look, I want to talk to you about the way these look. I love them just like they are. I'm going to pick the ugliest one here. But if you want these to look smoother and puff up and the top be smooth, just put a little bit less batter in the ramekin dishes. They're going to rise up. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to puff up really good. But if you want them to look prettier, just use a 1 or 2 more ramekin dishes and put a little bit less batter in them, and the top will stay flat and they'll still puff up. But I like them just like this. Like I said, I'm going to pick the ugliest one here, and that's what I'm after. All right, we're going to set this on a plate here, and then we're just going to drizzle this chocolate sauce all over the top. All right, once we got plenty of chocolate sauce drizzled on there, we're just gonna take a little powdered sugar. And there you have Dave's Chocolate Soufflé. Crazy delicious. Once again, I'm David Thornton. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the food, and I appreciate your time. I couldn't help myself. This is so delicious.